Welcome back to GWR Country, where I've been for the last couple of episodes recreating just a tiny weeny portion of the Shropshire Union Canal, plugged a few narrowboats in, and my God, it looks wonderful. Some things you just don't see done all that often in Transport Fever too, and that's one of them. G'day, I'm Stephen Spry, and this little marina, oh yeah, I think it looks absolutely fantastic with all its little buildings along there and the narrowboats parked and Ingo's small cargo wharf stuff happening. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And, let's pause it for a sec, some of the things that are brilliant is we've actually got Theo, for example, one of the many people that are coming down from the local town of Ashwick, coming down here to shop. And this one, Abigail, she's probably been working over here and is now going home. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Right, let's have a little look. I've done a few things off camera, so let's get that camera off. Thank you. And have a look over here. Our food processing plant at Ashwick has, well, it needs a lot more, doesn't it? It needs a lot more grain. So I've got a whole heap of vehicles on a new grain line. They originally went up and over the hill and down here until I put that shortcut in, so that sped them up. And then when we got down towards Ashwick, I ended up with an almighty traffic jam around here. So what I've done was these two grain lines now come in here. Here we go, that one. See? Come in from that way. Yep, okay. And the other one, something similar. Right, using all the alternate platforms. And the grain line that comes up from the dock, this guy, the orange one, I have taken him to a new landing here to get the traffic away from, oh God, there's so many vehicles. I mean, there are, how many? 33 on this line. Yep. There are 110 on the yellow one. My God. And another 20 on that one. So, yeah, far too many. And I don't think this line rate on this orange one is enough now. 238, it's a bit over 200. Let's see what this is actually producing. Oh, you're levelling up. Great. Okay, this is going to level up to be, oh, I don't know. Look, what are we doing? Well, we're doing 300 at the moment, aren't we? Supposedly. Well, did that level up? No, it dropped back down again. Damn. Okay, but it could do up to 300, so let's take Ashwick. Hang on, add these three up. Right, 57, 350s, that's 150, 160. Okay, I don't think I need to worry. Wait, add all of them up, Goose. Okay, it's over 200, so they're coming from here and back down. It's got to be over 200 to deliver to Ashwick there. And it is, what was it? 231. Fine. Don't worry about that. Good. I thought I was going to have to worry and add more canal boats, and not yet. Keep an eye on it. Maybe at the end of the episode or next episode or something we can come back to it. But today, what I want to do is start on the railway line. The GWR Country Railway Line, that is. And we're going to start by building a line from here along this to Hagley. Now that does continue into Rumpel and Nightwick and Watter and Coombe, right, and all of the places in around here. In fact, there are 7 railway lines that converge on this area right in here. Yeah. 2 from the north, 1 from the east, and 1, 2, 3, and another one, 4 from the south. So that's going to be fun, and I've still got costs off and sandbox mode on because I'm still game testing. Speaking of game testing, I have noticed, that was the wrong road type. So, yes, that will appear on the new map. Speaking of game testing, Stupid Stephen forgot to include Mad Hatters Coachworks, an early 1850s road depot, which looks great. So I forgot to include that last time. Sorry. It's in now. What were we talking about? Game testing. Yes. Because you might remember over here at Hagley, we had a problem with the AI taking over the country road that I have here representing the railway line. Well, if we come over here, you'll see that there's potential problems. I did have a road coming across here and coming down into that, and I thought, that's going to interfere with my painted canal and my invisible roads and everything else. So what I've done is gone to the road tool and made all of this line down to here player owned. Don't forget I've got a whole video on that. And the towpath player owned all the way through here, and this road here player owned, and that one, and everything in here. I missed a bit, and that bit player owned. Now what that does, that stops the AI building new streets off of it. It doesn't stop the AI building on it. As you can see, all of this is player owned, and the AI is still building on it, but it stops new streets being built. So hopefully I can protect this area. Right, speaking of which, let's have a quick look over at the other end of the canal in water and see if the AI is behaving itself over here now still. Yeah, I think so. I don't see any new buildings along the canal, or where they shouldn't be. So at one stage, this street was converted into a town street, and I had factories here that came out this far into the little wharf area over here, which, no, can't do that. All right, where are we? Back over to Bordertown, because today we're going to have a look. Not going to run any GWR trains, because let me tell you, that is another rabbit hole that we've got to go down. But what I want to show you is all the mods, the assets actually that I've got available for this game. So hang on a sec before I do that. I'm just going to... I've had multiple attempts at this, as you can see, episode 3. Yeah. Phones ringing, crashes, not having a good day, not having a good weekend, so I'm having another go at recording it. Well, that was one of the things that happened too. The damn microphone decided to beep halfway through an episode. Love that. But anyway. Right, what I want to show you here, let's get on with it, Stephen, are the assets. The new set of assets that I've got in this particular game. So let's have a look at them. There are now, 26. So I'll just hold it there. Last time we were down to 13. Oh, that bloody thing keeps coming back. Legacy vehicle. Okay, last time we were down to here, or the first time we were down to here, I added that one in so I could place some buildings for those marinas. But since these are the ones that I've added from 14 down for all of the rail stuff, most of them are for the rail stuff. We've got signals, which are left-hand drive signals, the GWR station, the British water towers, the gated level crossings. This one I love, the signal box. There's another water tower, square water tower. British yard cranes for the cargo platforms. Of course, we're using steam, so that could be useful. And because we are in England, let's get rid of the bears. Yes. Deers and cranes replaced with rooks and etc. What else have I got? Okay, I forgot. Again, another one I forgot about. This guy, bus, tram and truck station by era. I'll show you that one in a second. Truck depots, that's the Mad Hatter's Coachworks thing. And finally, for the rail, because we don't have any GWR freight platforms, I'm going to possibly use Spitzkeras for them, or definitely use the Spitzkera for the freight yards that I have to build. So that's what I've got going. Right. The one I wanted to tell you about, that one by Mad Hatter. Let's have a quick look at that one first. Resume, and you'll see it here. This is the original station that was here, which, as you can see, has concrete platforms and horrible lights, right? The new one, those platforms look the same. They do, don't they? Okay. There are, let's see if I can show you, cargo. There are concrete platforms, and there are 1850 cargo platforms. So what's that one? That's an 1850, isn't it? Cool. All right, I'm happy with that. But this is overloaded, Stephen. You better do something about that and add another platform on that side. What I can do is add one of these two buildings as well, or instead of the platform. So let's add that. Very expensive. It's $500,000 because it killed those buildings, but they'll grow back. 49. Still overloaded. No. Right. Put a thing on the end. Just that. That'll do. That'll add a bit of extra storage. Right. Okay. So these don't have the horrible lights that are the wrong era. Looks a lot better, I think. And this road depot. Okay. Let's get rid of. Oh, what? What do you mean depot contains vehicles? Where the hell are you? Okay, I'm going to sell you. Yes. All right. Now I can delete that. Thanks. Because I'm dopey. I should have put the Mad Hatter Coachworks in here as well. And wherever else I've got a road depot. I think I've got one over near the farm at Hagley, but with the exception of the one placeholder that isn't expected, these look quite good. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, good. Back to the train line, please, Steve. Okay. Back on topic. This road, country road through here, is meant to represent the line that travels east from our central towns off to London. Eventually it connects up to London. So we can't go that far because, like the end of the world is here. So what we're going to do instead is, and for those of you that know me, yes indeed, we are going to put a loop in here. But before we put a loop in, please have a look at the heights. Okay, 15 metres, yes. Down to 14, down to 13. Oh, okay. Up to 14, up to 15, up to 16, up to 18. That's not quite good enough for a railway line, especially a big yard like this. So what I'm going to do is flatten all of this area through here, all down to the one height, so that our railway line is flat, because we're good railway engineers. Sure, whatever you say. We'll come over to there. Okay, will that do? Let's have a quick look. I can't see any contour lines that are farting around in the middle of that. Good. Right. So let's have a look at the first railway building that we're going to do, and that is the GWR passenger through station. Right. I am going to make it Nice and long, but not full length. And just a bit of a swizzle with the shift end. There, okay. And now I'm going to squeeze it in here. But I want to make sure that I retain all those little brick buildings on the right, and that we've connected to the road. Okay, that works nicely. Good. All right, track. Nothing special with the track. Just imagine that it continues on to London. Okay, and comes back from London. Good. Right, I want to put a loop in here so that the trains will come in. Well, let's do the come in bit first. All right, come in, so out to about there, so that we've got plenty of room for our yard under here. Right, so the rail will come in from there, perhaps, and do that. Speeds are terrible. What? Oh. Okay, well, drop one of them off. Let's have a look at the speed now. That was terrible. 60, that's a bit better. All right. On the other side, time for a loop. Loop, loopity loop. Right, the minimum space I need is 120 odd metres, so how's that? 120, you mean 188? That's the length of the thing. But that'll do. We've got a bit of, yeah, that'll do. All right, and the same here. Let's bring it around. And because I levelled it, I don't have to worry about what any of this says, because it should be level. Right, you, straight up. Let's go, as far as you can go. 14.1 all the way, nice. So that's 660 metres. That's going to provide a great little selection of sidings and so on in there, isn't it? It will eventually, not today. No, building that thing is going to take at least an episode or two once we've worked out what the hell we're doing. Because at the moment, I've got to join that up to there, and the speeds are good. And this one up to there, terrific. Okay, I want to go from 14 metres here up to there. 29, right, why up to there? Well, I found out that that bit across the top is just too high. So I'm going to start the swoop around to the left here from 29 metres instead of going up to 43. Yeah, a bit high, right. There, okay. Put a bit of track in as a starting point, lovely. And then just get rid of everything. Oh, gonna crow fly it all the way, are you? I hope so. Well, I fear you're going to have trouble around there, but we shall see. Well, whoops, it would help if you start possibly on the right spot. There. What's it doing? Hello? Good question, I don't know. It's just not playing. Whew! Don't know what was going on there, baby, but, you know, whatever. Oh, look, it's done it. It's done it without any red lights. Yeah, you wait till you have a look at that canal, baby. It hasn't done it. Nice little thing through there. Oh, Oh, I see. Okay, let's fiddle around with a couple of things. Experimental tunnel and bridge heights. We'll drop that right down to minimum. Nope, doesn't make much difference. Alright, now, Shift M to lift that whole section of track up a little bit. Ooh, almost, except for the road on the left. Okay. We'll come again. What's that doing? That moved the bridge to the left a little bit. I'll tell you what, we'll leave it at that. We don't have any bridge collision, which is the important thing. Now, this bit of road, as predicted, is presenting problems, so I'll just reposition it. Right, where's it going to go? It's a small country road with a curve. It isn't player owned because even though it's next to the canal, it's a long way away from the town, so it shouldn't be a problem. However, this is, so we'll try. No, it's not going to work. Shift N. Let's drop it down. Oh, no, don't do that. All right, just do N then. All right, come down again. What's it colliding with? Come down again. N. It's not colliding. All right, can you Shift M it up? It moved it. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, looks like that's it. You're not that easy to work with, are you, you rotten little sod? Okay, bit of smoothing, just to tidy up through here and around the corner. Okay, let's tidy up all the way along this bit of line then. What are you going to do about that? I'm just going to go like that. Leave a bit of an embankment happening. That's a lot of embankment happening. Alright, well, maybe on one side only. We'll smootherate it on this side. Okay, speaking of smoothing, all around the edge now that we've got the outline in place, we'll just put things back the way they should be, nice and neat. Good stuff. Now, you'll notice something about the town and the connection. It only comes halfway across. And you'll notice when we look at the cargo layer, let's have a little look please at the cargo layer. Yeah. All of that pretty much is residential. See? Residential. So you're going to need to put a bus route in town here to get people from their homes to the station. And as you see when we get to Hagley, you're going to need the same thing again up there. Okay. How did this end up looking? I don't like it. Alright, well, we'll relay that bridge, shall we? That's easy done. We'll just whack you through there, kill you. I'll take you all the way back to here. Just make it a bit nicer through there. Grab that country road again. Is that the one? Yes, it is. And nice and straight across. And smooth, please. And I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, you know what you could do is get rid of all of that extra ballast that's there on the outside, saying you don't need it anymore. That was there purely to mark where the yard might end up being built. So just for now, it'll make this area look a little bit better if you just whiz along there and clean up all that extra ballast. Fair enough. Right, we've got to get a train onto this. Okay, I did forget. Ah, damn it, I just remembered. I did forget there is a GWR depot. As opposed to using the vanilla train depot. Right, so what am I going to do? I am going to use the Spitzkehrer. This can also be used as a depot, so ordinary bumper, standard tracks, yes, alright, good. But before I put you in, I just need to bring a straight bit of track out. Thank you. And now I can attach you there. And there is the temporary train depot for Bordertown. Not even straight. Yeah, I said temporary. Right, okay. Signals, sure. I love these. I love these. GWR signals. Several variations and several gantry types as well. But we need, on the left-hand drive, remember, for English trains, I'm going to put one there and one there to control the one way. I know, sorry. Well, that's easy enough. You can get it on the right spot. There we go. Okay, coming in, please. Coming in, we are going to have, just prior to the station, a home signal. Right. So prior to the station coming the other way, there's going to be a home signal. And then leaving the station, there's going to be a starter signal. And leaving the station this side, there's going to be a starter signal. Right. We probably need a starter signal to come out of the depot that can't be one way, just in case the damn train wants to come back in. Well, if it wants to come back in, you haven't got a thing. I do now. I have a thing. No, we don't. Doesn't want to play. Now we have a thing to come back in with another signal just before that junction. And of course we're going to need a signal before all of this junction mess. And that's the trick with signals. Remember, they go before the junction on the approach side of the points. Right. Don't need anything through here at the moment because, yeah, it's not going to happen for a while. But when it happens, by God, we're going to need it. Right, you are how high? Well, you're 28 metres. Good. Let's come over to Hagley, and you'll see the problem that I had. Because here, 22. Here, 38. Wow. Yeah, I know. And I've somehow got to put in a flat area for the station. It's at Hagley here. And that's just not playing the game. So let's... Ooh, what have we done? Oh, dear. Okay, 22 metres it was. Okay, that's better. Damn. Okay, 22 metres. Where am I coming? Up here. 22 metres all the way along to that point there. Oh, right. Yep. Believe it or not, that's what I'm doing. Okay. All of this I've re-leveled on the map. so that you don't have to do it. This is what game testing is all about, looking at things and saying, well, you can't have a station there because it isn't flat. So I've got to make it flat as the map builder. Right, what about all of this? Well, all of this now has to go, and hopefully I am going to be able to connect that and the bit back near Hagley Station without any dramas to avoid all of this nonsense. Nonsense it is. All right, let's get rid of it. We don't need that. Okay, come from here. Oh, wait on. Top track, please. Yeah, all right, top track. Come along. I've lost it. There it is. And come into there. Oh, that works. With the exception of that, which I can fix by doing that, and we'll relay that bit of road. So from the top all the way across. Right, what else have we got? We have got alright, can you do a bit of a shift M once or something and just lift it? That's all we need to do. Maybe twice. Shift M. Maybe. Oh no. Sorry. Do it again. Start again. Start again. Come back to. Well, no, look, don't. Just delete that, and we can come in and relay that bit of road, because that would be so much easier than farting around with shift M's. Fair enough. Tunnel. Yeah, alright, why not? Okay, tunnel it is. It'd be nice to have a little bit of tunnel on the map. I don't think I've actually got that much tunnel here. Where are you going? I'm trying to find the second track. Okay. It didn't snap. I know, you've got to be careful. It's not playing. Okay, what's going on? I think it's the canal. Yeah, see? It's fine to there. Okay. And you're going to need a bit of a shift M, I think. There we go. Just to disconnect it from the road underneath. You know, I make so many mistakes while I'm doing this that I pick up in editing. Hopefully I don't make so many this time. But the big blunder that I made, come on, through without a collision and connect, thank you. Yeah, the big blunder I made in episode 1, I might have mentioned it last time, I don't know. But it's worth it again. I stuffed up this towpath all the way through here and put the wrong one down, which I found in editing. You find all sorts of mistakes when you edit your vehicle. If you are one of the people that does actually edit videos. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just say, okay, that's it, I've recorded it, whack it up, which is probably a tad foolish. All right. Hagley Station, please. Let's plonk you in here. How long? Not the long one this time, just the passenger station, just the 160 metres with the thing over the other side. Thanks. Okay, just there. That looks good. Right, join that up. Now we're not going through to Water and Rumble and Coomdoon today. I'm just going to get this bit of the line in, smooth that off, and connect the station up to the town. with a bit of level road. Right. You country, not country, city. Get it right, mate, get it right. Okay. Comes to there. Let's split that there so that I can then come like so. And this guy, 29.7 down to 20, that's a 6-7 metre drop. That's a lot, but yeah. Well, if we have a little look at Hagley, it's on a bit of a hill. Whoops, speaking of which, yeah, right, we need to reconnect this. We need to reconnect that to that. Drop that. No, that's not going to do anything. Okay, Shift N rather. If I come back up to there, maybe. And it behaves. That only applies to the thing going over the top, Stephen. Oh, okay. Never mind, that's back in play. Right. Let's get rid of this bit of hill and that bit of hill and smooth it all out, please. That looks terrible. Okay, now, player ownership, remember? Okay, tools. This bit needs to be player owned, or else the AI, and I'd say probably this part of the towpath as well, up to probably there. Otherwise the AI is going to try and claim that, so there out to here to the other side of town. That one's fine, that's covered. And stupidly I didn't protect. It's too far out of town, I don't think it matters. You don't have to worry about it. Fair enough. Let's have a little look. Does this now connect? Yes. Where are the houses, please? The houses are over here. Right, so from that street up. How far do we connect? Yeah, right. Okay, well you're going to need buses to move around Hagley, aren't you? To get people to the station. Sure. And for now, we're just going to have a train that comes into Hagley on that side and heads back out on this side. So, not a one-way starter signal there. A home signal on that side. Thanks. And we'll just put something over, just before the tunnel. Okay, smoothing. Oh, another road. Country road, straight, connect, and a Shift N. Mucking around with N and Shift N and so on to get it right. There's a hump there, so that's not good enough. curved, Stephen. That would help. Too much slope because there's N is fine. Get the smooth happening. I wonder what that bridge looks like, whether that bridge still looks fine. We'll have a little quick look at it. Get rid of that. Yep, that'll do. And just because, while I remember, I'm just going to whack that prior to the tunnel on this side, because I think it's important to have signals just before tunnels. Okay, I think that's going to look pretty cool. And what we're going to do eventually, and we could probably do this part, is, okay, branch lines. We've got conmat here. We have stone here. Stone coming into the conmat plant. We could run a branch line there and then connect it up to this line, because we need conmat and conmat up at these two towns. That could be the initial supply. Right, okay. Stop spinning it around. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get heights, please. Alright, we're at 78, 120. Ooh, 78. What are we down here? 40. Okay, well, I don't think. What's this? 22, and this is 26. That bit will work. If we follow that, yeah, I'm not sure whether this is going to work. What's this? 50. If you could get the stone down to here. Okay. That's a future me problem, I think. Don't want to worry about it today, but one way or the other you'll get stone from there to here, and then I think we could quite easily drag a line. I'll do this one. Okay, track. We have U, yes, buildings. We're just going to do a normal cargo station. Normal vanilla one. Don't have any GWR ones, unfortunately, but we can. That's not looking at all well. Oh. How high is this? 33. Okay, where does this connect to the... It connects up to that point there. Fair enough. So we could do it right there. Level. Flatten. Don't know whether I'm going to leave this. Well, it'll be fine. Why don't you come all the way? Fair enough. I'll come a little bit further in. And just put that about there. Bring the track across. Now that should be level, so it shouldn't do anything horrible to the road. Correct. Okay, level crossing, hey? Yep. Oh, well, that reminds me. British gated level crossings. Let's have a little look at what we can do here. We can have just that, or we can have posts only. Nah, don't like that. Or we can have one track with or without side gates. I think without, to be honest with you. Okay. Right. Or maybe we could just go back to... No, look, leave it at that. Okay. So, if I am going to here... Wow. Okay, needs to be flat, Stephen. Oh, well, maybe the shift dot will make it flat. No, it won't. A bit of flatten will make it flat. I don't want it to go up. It can go down a fraz, I suppose. And then we can come from here into there. 25 and 3%. Yeah, that's all right. It's not brilliant, but okay. So what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to bring the conmat back along here with a goods train. Well, I can't do it today because I don't have all the GWR wagons and so on. So I'm just getting it ready. You would come across like so onto that single track. You would have a signal, not one way, there to wait. You would have a one-way signal there, perhaps, and you would have a one-way signal there. Ugh. Whoopsie daisy, what are you doing, matey? Pressing the wrong buttons. There. Okay, now a bit of smoothing along this terrible bit of track here. You know, the other thing I like to do with railway lines out in the middle of nowhere is put whistle posts here and here so that the train sounds the whistle. Yep. And do we need a signal? Possibly just need a starter signal. Not one way, please. I'll put it just before the whistle post. Only a fairly short little branch line, so that should be fine. And this needs to be connected to here with some country road. Stephen, that looks disgusting. Does, doesn't it? So totally not what you might normally do. Oh, look. You know how you can fix that? How? Quite easily. Trees. Fair enough. Yeah, sorry. I don't normally do things that are like that, but basically all we need is the connection between here and here, and if we provide a few trees through this area, it sort of looks natural. Looks fine. Nobody will ever notice. I might like to get rid of that. Oh, fussy. Shift key down. Shift key down. Get rid of the finger marks. Cool. Alright. That's good. That's all set up. I'm not quite sure where it's going yet. It will come up here, into here somewhere, and there'll be a freight station come drop off thing here, which means we need, what size street is that? It's that one. We need to come into the railway yard like so. Hopefully that's going to look all right. Yeah, that looks okay. And it'll come into the railway yard. We'll pick up whatever, and deliver it to the town here, and that comes straight over to Ashwick. Good, everything's going. Let's do a line, please. New line. New line from here. Don't make it brown, yuck. Okay, from Bordertown, going to come up to there. Hello? You on the wrong side. Try to. Hello, what's going on here? Very good. Very good. Okay, Bordertown. 1. Right. Why are you... Okay, you're coming in that way. Good. You should then be able to come around and out this way after Bordertown. After Bordertown, you should be able to come here. There must be a break in the bottom track somewhere. Oh, look at you, horrible little thing, hiding behind the trees. Ah, love it. There we go. All better now. Oh dear, oh dear. All right. So I don't need that waypoint anymore. This is test line BT to Hagley. Okay, manage the line. Yeah, I don't need that. Wow, we've got a long weekend train of motorcycles zooming past. I can hear them. You probably can't, but they're about 300-400 metres away, zooming along the highway, and just this almighty brrrr, fascinating noises that you pick up out in the middle of nowhere. I had sheep the other day maaing right outside my window. Feral sheep. Lovely. All right. How we doing? Yep, that'll work. Let's have a look at it. Right. Let's buy a train. Now, this is not the train. This is not the train you want. No. We will, however, have a look at trains tomorrow. Tomorrow. You did it again. Sorry. Next time, because that's a rabbit hole and a half that I've got to go down with the GWR trains. In the meantime, what are we going to use? Well, I like the Borsig. Yeah, he's cute. I like that BR53. He goes far. Oh, look, by the way, miles per hour. Right. Yeah. I turned it over to British miles per hour. This is going to take me back to, when did we do that in Australia? I don't know. Was it around decimal current? I don't know. It was a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, Borsig. Borsig's a great little money locomotive. So let's buy one of them. And passenger wagons. Oh, look, we don't have any. Yeah, just a couple of those with the clear story. We're just going for a little cab ride just to check it out, okay? Righto. Test line. BT Hagley. Let's go. Oh, struggle. Oh, poor little thing. Oh, my gosh. I love the old... No, not the really old. I just look how bright this thing is, will you? Look how shite and briny it is. Brass and everything else. Lovely. And this area, my God, this is going to be huge when it happens. It looks pretty horrible at the moment with all the ballast all over it, but get off the road, Fox, go away. You don't want to be around here, buddy. Oh, look, things look so totally different from down here. I never realised that there was that much of a hill just there at the end of this yard on the right. Oh well, come on. 22 miles an hour. 23. Oh, we'll have to go faster. We'll have to give it a boost. Give it a speed boost in the game. Okay, so remember, this is not a GWR train. It's a vanilla train. And next time around, hopefully, we'll be diving down that rabbit hole of what makes, of what's available with all the, oh my God, the rolling stock that's here for this is unbelievable. Especially for the early years, which is going to be sadly missed when you know who number 3 comes out, because we don't have these early years. No, 1900 start apparently. There's so many games I've started playing that I don't actually ever get past 1900. Because I get stuck in the early steam age, mid-steam, started diesel. I love it. I don't necessarily like all the modern stuff and the skyscrapers and whatever. Although I've since discovered we can turn skyscrapers off. So that's going to be a thing. Uh-oh, weeds. Yeah, I know. I should really do my fast weeding trick. Well, it's not very fast, 28. Got a bit of a hill this thing's going up. No, that's its top speed, I think. Oh, really? Yep. Okay, all right. Can we have a little stop and sticky beak here, please, when you get to the middle of the bridge? Sure. How about there? Good. All right, so come up. Turn around. Come back. Oh, you didn't do a very good job on the timing there, buddy. I wanted a canal boat under it. Sorry about that, Chief. Whatever. Tree. Oh, you didn't, what was that? You didn't, smooth this lot out either. Probably should have done that, shouldn't I? Oh, well, never mind. So we've got a dirty great big field to go across here. Okay. Back. Yep. Back. And down. And across. Yes, MGL, I shall weed it later. Please do not... He will. Please do not leave a comment about the weeds. Someone will leave a comment about the weeds. I shall get to that shortly. How about we go faster? Because this guy's taking forever. That's a little bit faster, would you believe? Not really. Nope. All right, you better slow down again because I want to check out this this junction here, this little branch line junction. Yep, I'm back. In case you didn't realise, the head has returned. The weeds. Oh my God, the weeds. Right, signal works nicely. Lovely, that's nice and flat. Good, that worked. No derailments. That's why I wanted to slow down and check it out. And that heads off up that way to the Conmat plant. Doesn't look too steep. Ooh, hello tunnel. Nice brickwork. Lovely. So what are we going to call this? This is the Hagley Tunnel. No, Hagley. Hagley Tunnel. Hagley Tunnel? Either one could be true. Alright, are you going to score it this time? I doubt it. There are less canal boats on this part of the canal than there are on the other one, but let's have a little look and stop. Right. And around and... Nope. You lucked out again, buddy. Damn it. And see, nothing in sight. No. Oops. Never mind. Alright, let's get back over to the train, please, and check out Hagley on the way in. There won't be anybody waiting here because, of course, we don't have a bus connecting. I'll be very surprised if there's anybody waiting here. Nope. Nope. Lots more to do on this. This is the one of 7, remember? 7 railway lines. Most of them are single track. This is a double. And we're on our way back. So much for Hagley and our first little passenger run. Hope you enjoyed that. I didn't mind it. Come back a bit, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. Beautiful downtown Hagley. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. This is just one of many GWR country town names that I found when I did a trip around Google Maps. But in the meantime, tomorrow, you did it again. Next time, tomorrow. Engage brain before opening mouth, Stephen. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll extend this railway and we'll put some proper GWR trains on it with proper carriages and all of that sort of stuff. And until then, it's hooroo from me. It's goodbye from them or him. I forget which I say. It was goodbye from them. And we'll see you next time. Bye.